guys, so this is gonna be my first video on like a solid speech, talk, chat, whatever, not speech, but a chat on mental health. I was trying to think what would be a good thing to talk about when it comes to mental health. Because, okay, first disclaimer, this is just opinion, and things that have helped me um, on my journey of trying to on my continuing journey on how to survive in in our world, in life, with mental health. And so, being someone who's lived their whole life with anxiety, somebody who's also got bipolar, and somebody who has PTSD, I feel like I've got a handle on bipolar, and I've got a handle on anxiety. Um, but I don't really have a great handle on PTSD, but I'm working on it. So there was a certain point in my life where every single one of those things seemed absolutely overwhelming, absolutely insurmountable, and I had no idea how I was ever going to tame those beasts. And that's what I kind of want to talk about today. Because it's really, I know it sounds really, I'm going to sound like a dickhead when I say this, but it's really simple. And you're thinking, oh, it's so simple. Tell me how. It is. It is. I promise it is. And it's that old adage that has pissed me off for as long as I can remember. You know, one day at a time. And that bullshit. Well, because, what is there any other option? No. You can only do it one day at a time anyway. But I think it's the idea of one day at a time. When you get like there's someone I know right now who is dealing with drug addiction, very severe drug addiction, who's also being plagued by very serious health problems that have never been taken care of either. And I know that they are going to be overwhelmed and they're not going to know where to start. And that's what I'm going to tell them, is what I would tell anybody. You're going to find one task. What's the most serious thing that needs to be addressed now? And the most serious, sorry, there's a car coming, and because I'm filming out my bay window. My neighbors are probably looking at me like I'm crazy as I'm filming a video on mental health. But what's the most important thing right now? What's the life-saving thing that needs to be taken on, or in any situation? What's the most important thing? And deal with that. So, let me think of a different scenario, so that way I'm not getting into any specific thing. But let's say, let's say you've got somebody who was injured in a car accident or something, and they come in with five injuries. They've got a broken leg, they've got a laceration on their arm, they've got a burn, but they've also got an injury to their heart, somewhere in their heart is fucked up. You go to the heart first, and then then you move on to the other things. You're going to take it step by step, but you're only going to worry about that one thing at a time. And as simple as that sounds, when you're in the midst of a crisis, a mental health crisis, you can't see the trees. You're only seeing the forest. and you're getting lost, and it's very overwhelming. And I mean, gosh, we've all been there. How you do really just feel like I have, like this. You snowball. You have this problem, and then you have that problem, and then like rent's due, and then they're gonna take my house, and my job's going. Like then I'm not gonna be able to pay for my car, and then like nobody likes me, and I have no friends, and like how am I gonna cough? I feel like I want to kill myself, and all these things happen, and you feel lost. So what I've been trying to do is just remember your resources. Remember your resources when you have these moments, or for when you have these moments. Um, if you are suicidal, remember have the numbers in your phone, and thankfully now can Google them too, which is great. I think the crisis text line is amazing. I have volunteered with them before. They're wonderful. 741-741. You text help, and they will get you out of a red zone. Like when you are in that, like, I'm going to hurt myself, I'm going to commit suicide, whatever that crisis is where you are losing your fucking mind. They're gonna get you out of that, and they're gonna help, like help get you resources to calm you down. And if you can't calm down, they're gonna get you resources to get you immediate help. And they also do usually help you contact, like, I don't know, sorry, I got my resources confused there. I was gonna say they contact you back. No, they don't. Sorry, that was the suicide hotline. They contacted me back. I did have wonderful success with the suicide prevention hotline, and them calling back and making sure I was okay. And the next day, and that was really wonderful. And hats off to them. They treated me like gold. And so, also, so yeah, setting up. And it's like setting yourself up for success for when you feel like you want to fucking kill yourself. But it's the truth, because if you set yourself up for things like that, though, that is a form of self-care. So that way, when stressful situations arise, you've got your own safety net. You can call your friends and say, like, hey, this shit's hitting the fan, and I need help. And your friend's going to know what to do. They're going to know to be able to come over, help you, if need be, call a doctor, your friend will know to call a doctor. They're going to know that to get in touch with a parent, or, a relative, or somebody that needs to be contacted, who would be able to help. They're going to know your insurance information, things that are needed in case you need to, in case you need to be taken care of. If you need to go inpatient, that's another huge thing that needs to be discussed as well, is inpatient stays. Not as scary as you think. I've been for one. It was a 9-day inpatient stay. And that was it's been a while, 2015. I went to Shepherd Pratt. I know that's, some people know it, some people don't. In the Baltimore area, it would definitely be well known. Although when I was in there were people from the tri-state area and up and down the East Coast in my wing, and it was the best decision I made at that time. I couldn't have done anything better. But when I was waiting to go in, all I could think is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Girl Interrupted. All you can think of are all the horrifying ideas of what institutions are, and that's not what they are at all. it's the food's horrible. Sleep's kind of shit. You can't help but, like, but really it's just like going to like a fucked up summer camp where they make you get up early so they can take your vital signs, and you go to group therapy every day. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. And at the end of the day, you went somewhere to save your life. It's a big fucking deal. Get over it. What else? No, just with like the taking it one step at a time is really good because you're not going to overwhelm yourself. I think when we put up, and that is applicable to all aspects of life, but when, like, you don't want to give yourself a to-do list that's fucking 37 things long. Who's going to be able to accomplish that? Nobody. But when you do things like I've noticed with me, like, I'll set a list up for myself some days, and like halfway through, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, never mind. Like, nope. So you have to be realistic, and you have to be realistic with your healing. That's one thing that drives me bonkers. We live in a society where they expect healing to happen like that, right? So that's not how it works. That's not how it works, man. Like, and I even do it to myself all the time. My assault was 6 months ago, and there's days where I'm like, why am I not better yet? Why am I not better yet? Bitch, it's been 6 months. Like, it's only been 6 months. Only 6 months. Get it? Like, and I really have to, many, many times, I have to do that and before then, like 3 months in, I was wondering, why am I not better yet? Because you have a very large contusion on your parietal lobe because someone bashed your head into the floor multiple times. Like, take a fucking chill pill and go with it. Like, it's okay. It's very it's hard to be able to allow yourself the time and space to heal, because we aren't taught that ever in our lives, like that it's okay to be sick and be sick, and have to defend your right to be sick. It's very strange, and it's very strange when you don't have a visible illness. I mean, someone has cancer, everyone feels sorry for them. And I don't mean that in a bad way toward the people with cancer. Sorry. But everyone immediately rallies for them. Everyone's right there for them. You tell someone, I'm depressed, I have PTSD, I have anxiety. A lot of times it's met with mockery, or confusion because people don't really understand it. I say I have a traumatic brain injury. People don't really understand it. They don't see it. They don't get it. So it gets... It's like our diseases get... I don't even know what the word is. Looked over. Pushed to the wayside. They aren't seen as legitimate. And I mean, I've lost jobs by telling my boss that I needed to have time off by saying time off, asking could I please have 2 weeks off. I'm suicidal. I need time off. I've stressed myself out working so hard, and I need time off. And came back to, you don't have your position's been filled. Oh, thanks. So people don't understand it, and they don't appreciate that it's a legitimate thing, which is very demeaning and dehumanizing in a way. And that was back when I had just had bipolar and God damn, sorry. This itchy nose, you have to truly forgive me. That's from the since I have that wonderful UTI, they gave me a mild painkiller, and my nose is so itchy. So all in all, because I don't want this to go on forever and ever, because I'm kind of droning and I'm meandering because I've never really done one of these. When it comes to doing this journey, make sure you're taking steps, taking good steps in the right direction. But don't overwhelm yourself. Take appropriate, thoughtful steps in the right direction. If you take a misstep, fuck it, you misstepped. It happens. I read a quote recently that said, like, mistakes are signs that you're trying, or something along that line. But, you know, at least you gave it a shot, you know? Oh, I do like that Wayne Gretzky quote, like, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, like, those kind of, like, that's, give it a shot. If you fuck up, who cares? You know, who cares? At least you tried. I think that's more important than anything. And when you do make accomplishments, like for me, like when I made a pot of soup for the first time, unassisted, literally from grocery shopping to cutting everything up to sauteing things and like literally making an entire pot of soup by myself without help at all. Even now, I want to cry. I'm not going to do this in every video, I promise. It was so awesome because I hadn't done that in so long. And I'm like, I love cooking. That's one of my favorite things. So not being able to do something that I love for so long was heartbreaking to me. So I had such good makeup today. There we are. So when you do those things, celebrate those things. Tell your friends, put it on Facebook, make a YouTube channel, and tell everyone about it. Do it. I love these things. I'm proud of myself. And you know what? If it is just, I folded my laundry, I cleaned out the closet that I hadn't done in a long time, I did the dishes, whatever those little triumphs are, as tiny or as huge as they could be proud of them. Be proud. And you don't have to tell anybody. Or you can tell everybody. Be proud of yourself. Because nobody knows how hard life can be. They don't know how hard your life is, you know? So, in conclusion, make sure you take every day calmly, clearly. Appreciate every day. I mean, really appreciate every day. I know it's also cliche, but we don't know. Tomorrow's not promised. You know, it really isn't. It really isn't fucking promised. And let's see. I'll end. This will be fun. I'll end with an oracle card too. But yeah, tomorrow's not promised, and we have to be really thankful that we're even here for this. And, you know, I think I finally did find my purpose, and it took someone trying to murder me to be born again. Now, I don't want to say born again. Ugh, I don't want to be like a Christian, but it took someone trying to murder me to change my life and learn that I can be an even better version of who I was, and a happy person who doesn't hate who they were, because I did. I hated who I was. And, you know, it's not every day. Every day isn't perfect. You know, I have setbacks, and setbacks are okay too. We're gonna be okay. You know, every day, like I keep listening to that Chicago song, feeling stronger every day. And I am. I'm feeling stronger every day. Let's see. What's the message that we all need to hear at the end of this video so we can start doing better? How do we start feeling a little bit stronger every day? What do we need to know, please? New cards. I really appreciate you guys coming. Oh, okay. Let's see. Do we get 3 cards? All right. Well, service. Service says, you stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. I think that's good. I like that. Which is what I'm doing this for. You know, I finally have found this wonderful awakening in my life, and I want to start serving people. This one keeps coming up a lot lately in my readings. Trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. I don't like the rhyme. Alright, and then it did actually... Oh, it came out with 4. Jeez Louise. Okay, we'll make it quick. Well, shit. Oh, it's a 30-minute long video. I don't give a fuck. If you're still watching, you're a doll. Okay, work. I'm now available. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized this really... Synchronicities. Never mind, I just had one. I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all of the prosperity the world will for all prosperity and will provide. I think that was supposed to be perfect for this video. And the last, but certainly not least, sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside you, no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. All right, kiddos. Thank you for watching my video. I'm going to keep doing these. If you have some topics, please leave me some topic ideas on what we should talk about. I'd love to keep doing these, and I'm going to keep doing them regardless. But, yeah, let's keep this shit up. Let's talk about mental health. Fuck this stigma. I'm over it. We got more things to talk about and more important work to do. I got work to do. Work. And I suddenly got a little New York just then. I love you guys. Good night.